Okay, right now we want to take you live in Norfolk on the world's largest naval base, Naval Station Norfolk, where there's going to be a new person in charge. You are watching the moments of a change of command where you will see Captain Matt Schlarmann change it over to Captain Ray Glenn. Glenn is a native of Tennessee. He enlisted in the Navy back in 1992, previously served as Naval Station Norfolk's executive officer. He's had a lot of experience. He's had extensive sea and shore tours, including commanding USS Gonzales and serving as the reactor officer on USS Nimitz. All right, so a big deal here. Again, you are witnessing the change of command in which Captain Ray Glenn will now take over as the 53rd commanding officer at Naval Station Norfolk.
Naval Station Norfolk Chief's Mess, Command Master Chief Ian Thompson will now present Captain Schlarmann a gift from the mess. Captain Schlarmann will provide his remarks during the retirement portion of this ceremony. He will now read his orders.
Sorry, folks, technical difficulties here. All right. I will now read my orders. From Commander Naval Personnel. From Commander Navy Personnel Command, Atlantic, Tennessee. Subject: Beeper's Orders 2000. When directed by reporting senior detachment duty as commanding officer, Naval Station Norfolk, Virginia, and report to on the source.
I will now read my orders.
I have the last part because he said it.
From Commander Naval Personnel Command, Millington, Tennessee. Subject: People's Orders 1925. When directed by reporting senior, report to commanding officer, Naval Station Norfolk, Virginia, as is relieved.
Glenn's wife, Kimberly, please join Captain Glenn on the stage to place the command pin. Captain Ray Glenn, the commanding officer, Naval Station Norfolk.
All right, I don't say anything about the grass anymore. Concerned, and I knew the permit was going to change from his name to my name. All right, good morning. Admiral Barnett, Admiral Dorsey, trying to hide back there in the back. Distinguished guests, Representative Giddens, family, friends, and shipmates, and the incredible, unsinkable Naval Station Norfolk team. They say a change command speech should have a good beginning, a good ending, and they should be as close together as possible. So I will endeavor to do my best. It's an absolute honor to stand before you today. But let's be clear. Today is not about me. It's about bidding a fun and slightly reluctant farewell to a truly remarkable leader, Captain Matt Squeeze Schlarmann. A tribute to a leader, mentor, and a friend. For 26 years, Squeeze has been a vital part of the United States Navy. His journey as an F-18 Growler NFO isn't just a line in his bio. It's a perfect description of his leadership style. And it's a testament to his character and his skill. He's one of the first in the fight, flying an aircraft that is critical to our success. The Growlers are the first one in, kicking down the door, jamming the enemy's ability to see or think, and paving the way for everyone else, setting the conditions for the rest of the strike group to succeed. And that's Squeeze in a nutshell. Always out front, taking the risk, and ensuring the success of the team. This dedication to the Navy, however, came at a cost. Time away from his incredible family. His wife, Kelly, and a family that's really been the bedrock of his success. Kelly's a dedicated mother, a master of logistics and morale, who kept the home front running flawlessly, allowing him to focus on the mission. His children, Ben, a skilled welder at the shipyard. His daughter, Lucy, she's a cool one. And the track star Gabby, but my personal favorite, Avery, who thankfully inherited her dad's wicked sense of humor. He will now have time he so richly deserves with you and with his entire family, including his mother Darlene, his father Patrick, his sister Laura, and his in-laws Lisa and Tom. During his tour as commanding officer at Naval Station Norfolk, Squeeze's leadership has been nothing short of exceptional. He didn't just lead our team, he launched it into the stratosphere. He led our team to win the prestigious, as Admiral Barnett already mentioned, Installation Excellence Award. We hosted the President of the United States for the Titans of the Sea display and masterfully orchestrated the arrival and closing ceremony of Unitas, a feat pulled off in the middle of a tropical storm, because apparently Squeeze also negotiates with Mother Nature. On a personal note, Squeeze, I will miss your trust. You empowered me as your XO to lead our team and execute the mission. Your guidance was invaluable, but man, the thing that I will really miss is your sense of humor. Your one-liners are going to go into history. For those of you who don't know, Squeeze is a master of the one-liner. So let me give you a few pearls of Squeeze wisdom. The first one, and everybody loves this one. Can't say the actual word, but you can't uncrap your pants. You can only clean up the mess. And that's a timeless truth for any crisis. One that he used a lot after we had to go to NJP, which wasn't very much. But he would always tell sailors, you're not judged by how far you fall, but truly how high you balance after you hit rock bottom. And my absolute favorite, the one he pulled out to inspire our security forces when there was an inspection and the ships were down. I need you to fight like you were the third monkey trying to get on Noah's Ark. And can you envision that? That monkey's like, no, y'all just take it too. I'm going. But Squeeze, most of all, man, I will miss your friendship. On behalf of a grateful installation and a grateful friend, I present you with this gift. Farewell and following seas, my friend. To the men and women of Naval Station Norfolk, to the department heads, the Chief's Mess, and every single person who makes Naval Station Norfolk the powerhouse that it is. You are the heart, soul, and engine of this entire operation. I know the challenges you face. You're wizards who keep this city running, often underfunded, undermanned, and armed with little more than duct tape and sure force of will. As the CNO has said, the Sure Enterprise is the foundry that forges mission success for the fleet. You don't just work in that foundry, you are that foundry. You are the fire and the steel. Your hard work and dedication ensure our warships and sailors are ready to fly. Please stand up for me, each and every one of you, and be recognized for the miracles that you perform every single day in an environment that you would not always set up to succeed. Ladies and gentlemen, as they stand, that was order. Join me for a round of applause. A special thanks to key members of our front office staff, magicians that are truly special. Miss Kelly Wolfel, who orchestrated events like this with a level of detail that would make a Swiss watchmaker jealous. Pulling each one of them off without a hitch because of her ability to ensure that every detail is taken care of. Also, our Executive Director, Dr. Leslie Jett, for his dedication in leading our civilian workforce and ensuring the installation doesn't miss a requirement. I want to extend a special thank you to CMC Ian Thompson. Your passion and commitment to the success of our installation and our sailors is unparalleled. It's the gold standard. Thank you for your leadership. I also want to welcome our new executive officer, Captain Brian Barbie Dogwest. Barbie, I look forward to working alongside of you. My own journey to this stage has been a long one, starting when I enlisted in 1992 as a kid from a small town, Humboldt, Tennessee. Seeing shipmates in the audience from nearly every ship I've served on, Ticonderoga, yes, the Ticonderoga, I'm old. George Washington, Cole, Harry S. Truman, Oscar Alston, Gonzalez, and Nimitz. It's overwhelming for me. Thank you for being here. A special thank you to my Nimitz family for holding me up during the loss of my mother. Mike, Derek, Lou, Brian, and Pat, your support meant the world to me. No one gets here long now. Leonard Oots, Kenyatta Counts, Jarrell Dorsey, Bill Sams, Tony Tillman, Janet Davis, and Janice Smith. Thank you. Thank you. I'm especially grateful to my group of fellow 0506 XOs and COs, the Bourbon Boys. We have supported each other, collaborated, and kept each other on the right track. Your friendship and counsel are invaluable. To my local Born in Hampton Roads friends, including the 50 Rivers crew, my neighbors, and the small business owners in Norfolk I frequent that are here, like retired Master Chief Roland Lewis from Mr. Cleaner. Thank you for your unwavering support and encouragement. A special thanks to two people that have been friends of mine since around the age of 3 from my hometown that live in the area. My barber, my brother Keith Carroll, and another great friend, Mr. Toledo Jennings. Thank you guys for always praising my success and encouraging me. Thank you for always cheering me on while simultaneously keeping me humble. Nothing brings you back to earth faster than a haircut and a reminder of who you were before all of this. Service is in my DNA. In every generation of my father's family, the Sturvitz, as far back as we can trace, someone has answered the call to serve our nation, whether it be a man or a woman. I just happen to be the one who climbed the highest on the jungle gym today. Today, I want to thank you all for passing me that sense of service to our nation. I would also like to thank those that are no longer with us, my grandmother, my mother, and my father. Their memory inspires me daily. Of course, I could not do this without the love and support of those that are close to me, my in-laws, Deborah and Bruce Jenkins. My mother-in-law is simply the best mother-in-law in the world. Sometimes I think my friends only hang out with me to see her. I would also like to thank my sisters, Cassandra Bailey and Tracy Lennon, along with my brother-in-law, Greg Lennon. Tracy, you've always been my biggest supporter, and Greg, you're like a brother to me. To my brother, Mark Sturgeon, thank you for always showing up without me asking. I know you'll always be there. My daughter, London, couldn't be here, but her love fuels me. And my son, Legend, thank you, man. Thank you for almost being perfect. But knowing you are watching me inspires me to be the man worthy of being your role model. Finally, I would not be here today without my incredible wife. She is not only my partner in life, but my peer in service. A fellow nuclear-trained surface warfare officer who has commanded her own ship and served as reactor officer. She understands the sacrifices and the triumphs of this life better than anyone. I'm amazed, Kim, at your strength and how you have melded our families together, even though we've spent a bulk of our time apart. Kim, truly, and sir, you need to listen to this part. Kim, the only things I fear in this world are God and losing you. Last and certainly not least, I do have to thank God for his blessings and continue to watch over me, my family, and my career success. To the Naval Station Norfolk team, I'm humbled and honored to be your commanding officer. Now let's go to work.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will now proceed with the retirement ceremony in honor of Captain Matthew Schlarmann and his 26 years of dedicated and faithful service. Captain Schlarmann will now introduce his shipmate, mentor, and friend, Captain Retired Scott Clark.
All right.
Okay, you were able to listen in there as the command change is taking place at Naval Station Norfolk. The 53rd commanding officer will be Captain Ray Glenn, who you just heard from there, taking over for Captain Matt Schlarmann. You heard him mention some phrases that the now former lead had passed on to him, and you can tell they had quite the bond there. My favorite, Sarah, that I heard him share was that it's not how hard you fall, but how high you bounce up when you get back up. And I thought that was great to hear from him. Again, Glenn is from Tennessee originally, but he enlisted back in 1992, has a lot of leadership experience throughout his time within the Navy. Again, this is the world's largest naval base here at Naval Station Norfolk, right down the street from where we're located here at 13 News Now. And to give you a little bit of sense, right, that base covers 6,200 acres, employs more than 67,000 military and civilian personnel, and major operations that are happening right now in this country. The bases for those operations are right here in Norfolk.